What's going on, y'all? Is the Firewire Groove the board for you? Let's do a quick little review demo. I'm down here at a little Firewire demo. I appreciate y'all for letting me shred the board. This is the 511, and it does have the Machado tri-fin setup in it. So that is my ideal setup, which I'm pretty stoked on. There's a little something out there. It's around 3 to 5, choppy, windy, but could be perfect for the groove. So again, this is the 511. I'm 5'10"-ish, 170 to 175. Let's get a shred on and see how this baby goes. Shout out Firewire. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys, fresh out of the session. First impressions are, my assumptions that is the Machadocado Lite are 100% correct. It's exactly how it felt. It felt very stable. As compared to the Mashup, which is a lot more twitchy in the tail and a little different, the groove holds very well. And it is a lot more stable than the Mashup. Compared to the Machadocado, the groove is a little less stable, but it actually feels pretty similar, especially with the fins being what they are, Rob's new fins for the groove. They are a lot more stable than the fins I use in the Mashup, which are the NVS AM Comp mediums. So I think Rob's 2+1 could work pretty darn well in the groove. I'm doing my best to cover the wind here. It's a pretty windy day, and the lighting, I have the Halloween lighting going on, but bottom line, the groove is like a great performance shortboard. Does it replace my Mashup? I don't think so, actually. The Mashup for me is a little more high performance, a little more twitchy, a little more what I want when it's like game time and the waves are firing. The groove is actually like a pretty good groveler, and I think that's saying because it is Rob's performance board, but it still maintains that area near the nose. Like, it's a really great paddler. It's a better paddler than the Mashup. I would say it's not as good as the Machadocado, but it's essentially just a lightened out version of the Machadocado. So some of these clips should have came out. I was in the cam area. Let's see, there was like no one out except some people on the inside, making it very dangerous. But I'm gonna say it's a great success, and I rode the 511, which really is like my ideal leaders on a shortboard back in the day. The Pod Mod 510 was 35.6-ish liter, so it was pretty ideal in that regard. So I think the Groove is a great kind of performance board. This goes right in between like your groveler and maybe like your potato chip shortboard, but I think you could just use the Groove as your main performance shortboard, especially if like the Mashup is a little too twitchy and a little too like skatey, just with the tail being kind of tic-tacky. The tail is a lot more solidified and it rides a lot more like the Machadocado. To me, it almost felt a little tighter at times than the Machadocado. I think that's just mainly due to the fin setup and how the fins are. It's more of that tried and true tri-fin. Bottom line, I had a blast on the Groove. Don't know if I would add it into my quiver just after this one session. I think what my Mashup does is kind of like exactly what I want for when it's like game time. And then when it's groveling time, I actually want like the maximum amount of foam and float, aka Machadocado or Two Fish or Seaside. But I do like the fin setup more on the Groove than the Seaside, which is only the quad. So I think it's a sick board to at least demo out. If you need a high performance shortboard and you like what Firewire does, I would say pull the trigger. It's more high performance than the Machadocado, less high performance than the Mashup, but a lot more of a stable ride, a lot more of a groveler, especially when it's like kind of whitewatery. And I tried to do my patented test of riding in the whitewater to see how it just rides on flat whitewater riding, and it did pretty well, where the Mashup doesn't do that well. So I would say have a go. It's a pretty sweet board. If you want to watch my Machadocado review, you can click right there. Or if you want to watch my Mashup review, you can click right there. See which of these three shred sticks is best for you. So We out of here. Smash like, hit subscribe on your way out. Till next time, peace.